Right, man. So you want to know the reason why you just can't seem to really make progress and change your life? Like this could be the genuinely the reason why you feel so stuck in place right now. Even though you're thinking of going on self-improvement, maybe you already are on self-improvement, but you can't really just make much progress or you just feel stuck somewhere. It's probably because you just refuse to listen to yourself. And it's because you refuse to listen to what your mind has to say. You're just so egotistical and just don't get offended at me. Like, this is just the truth. Like, maybe you are just so prideful and so egotistical that you just don't want to admit what your mistakes are. That maybe you'd rather just live your entire life without really addressing this problem, which has always been there. It's been persisting and persisting, but you've always just tried to deny it. That's why you are not making good progress right now. That is why you just can't seem to figure out your place in the world. That's why you just can't seem to be fulfilled with the things that you have and the things that you want from yourself. It's because you're not listening to what you want and to what you have to take away, bro. I mean, inside all of us, there's like this inner critique voice, which just basically criticizes everything that we do to some extent, right? More or less, right? And the things that it criticizes a lot, like sometimes it's not even like the things that we do, it's more like the things that we end up just doing, having in our lives, right? Just the things that we end up being, right? This inner critique like criticizes those things, which to a really good matter is important, because bro, there's just so many people out there who are in the wrong fucking positions, doing the wrong jobs, the wrong work, because they're not listening to their inner critique. They're not like, think of how many fucking dumbass musicians are out there, bro. Think of how many shit musicians that literally shouldn't make music, but they're out there, they're making music. Like there's just so many, bro. And it's because they're not listening to this inner critique voice that's literally telling them you are not cut out for this, bro. You are not cut out, or maybe you are, but bro, you have to fucking improve. But like they're not willing to listen. They're like, "No, I'm already as good as I can get, and this is it. I'll just keep doing it. I'll just keep making music like this, bro." Imagine being that guy who is literally shit at making music. You keep making music because you're like, everybody out there is just telling you, bro, just keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you want to do, bro. Don't give a fuck about anything else, right? All of them are telling you that. And you think to yourself, okay, I'm just gonna stop giving a fuck. When somebody's telling you like good advice, is like, hey man, maybe your music is not really that good. Maybe you could improve here, and you're like, no, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, bitch. No, you don't get to tell me anything, bro. I do things just the way that I want them to. I don't listen to what I have to say, and it's been ages, bro, since I stopped listening to what I had to say to myself about being a musician. Like, bro, imagine if those people, they listened to that inner voice that was telling them, bro, you are not like really so good at this. And instead of just being pissed off and being like, oh, fuck me, bro, I'm always against myself, I'm always against my own self. Instead of just thinking that, they should think, okay, I'm not really good at this right now. Right now, keyword right now. Well, what can I do to improve? What can I do so that I can actually get better at this? So I can actually do more, and I can get like much better and have much more quality to give and be a better musician. Like, just imagine that in exact scenario, but you're in your everyday life, bro. Instead of just always thinking that this is just the way that things are supposed to be, like this is as good as it gets. Instead of thinking that, why don't you just ask yourself, bro, is this really as good as it gets? And bro, I mean, probably always, I mean, always, you're gonna know that it's not. That it gets better. It can get even better. Like, you can do things even better. Like the amount of things that you can do like perfectly is, it's so small that it's not even worth mentioning. It's like probably like 99.9% of the things that you're doing and that you will be doing your entire life, you won't be doing them perfectly. Like, there will always be a level higher or lower under you. Like, it's all, you're always gonna be there. right? You're always gonna be like, you might be very close to perfect, but you're never gonna be perfect. And a lot of people hearing this, they might be like, "Oh shit, well, why even try?" Because I mean, what's even the point in trying when you just know that you can just end up doing things perfectly? Like it just doesn't make sense. It's much nicer to think to yourself, nobody can do this perfectly, but I can get as close as I possibly can to perfect and overtake all of these guys. Like that's just so much better, isn't it? But imagine that again. Imagine that in your daily environment, bro. In your daily life, with your daily struggles and problems. Like imagine your own problems, right? Think to yourself, well, I'm not really good at doing something, right? I'm not really good at. I'm not that good at journaling. I'm not that good at. I'm not that good at meditating. I'm not really that good at performing these exercises at the gym. I'm not really that good at doing this other thing. Well, instead of getting pissed off about it and just think to myself, "Oh, I'm just gonna give up and just try something else and until I find something that I'm just perfectly good at first try," which is never gonna happen, by the way. I'll just keep doing. I'm like, no. Instead of doing that, why don't you just ask yourself, look, I'm not really good at this right now. I'm not really great. I'm not a great musician by any means, bro. So what can I do to improve so that I have a clear direction to becoming a great musician? What can I do in my daily life right now, in my daily struggles and everything, so that I can improve a little, and that little, exponentially goes higher and higher, like, just it's an exponential growth, right? What can I do to do that? Just listen, bro. It's just like, if you want the benefit of actually using your mind properly, if you want the benefit of using your rational mind, then listen. Instead of just getting pissed off at the long list of things that you're just horrible at, listen and find those things, bro, and focus on the one that means the most to you and do it as good as you possibly can, and then take the next one and the next one until you fix your fucking life. Until you go literally above fixing your life, until you end up like improving your life, not even fixing it, not just like doing the minimal amount of work to fix it, but to literally go past that, to literally do even more, to make your life amazing. Instead of good, make your life amazing, right? But you just have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to what your mind has to say because, bro, it has a lot to say. But you know it, bro. You've been like really kind of taken away from it. You haven't, even when you think to yourself, yeah, I've been listening. You haven't really been listening all that well, have you? I mean, sure, you've tried to listen, but at the sometimes it gets too much and you just stop listening. I mean, that's understandable. Sometimes just having a list this size, of like things written down this size of just like things that you're not good at or things that you could really use a hand and improve on, bro. It can get a bit annoying, but at least for myself, bro, I know that this is the beauty of life. Like, I'm never gonna be perfect, but I can strive to get as close to perfect as possible. This is perfect. I can get literally here. I can get literally fucking here. Like that's cool, man. Like just knowing that I'm so fucking close and that like that's just cool, man. Just knowing that you're never gonna get perfect at anything. Like that's actually nice, isn't it? Just thinking back on it, bro. That's really nice. So yeah, posture check, bro. Come on, hold on. Yeah, let me just properly sit on the damn chair. There we go. The faster that you realize that, hey, I listen to my brain, I listen to my mind, I listen to what it has to say for once without acting like a little bitch, without whining like a bitch, I'm gonna improve. I'm gonna actually make good progress and I'm gonna get something out of this. Something amazing. But first, you have to listen, bro. First, if you want to solve the problem, you have to find the problem. Like, you know, this is common sense, right? If you want to fix a problem, then you have to know what the problem is. Before anything else, you have to know what the fucking problem is. But if you don't even know what the problem is and you're like trying to fix your life, but you don't even know what you're trying to fix, you're fucking wasting your time, man. So find the problem, literally, even write it down, bro. Like, I have my fucking journal here, bro. I just literally finished like an entire my this is my fifth journal. Like, this is the fifth journal that I've had in which I literally, this is what I do. I just write down the things that sometimes I'm not really that good at. I write down my problems and I think to myself, okay, what can I do to fix it? Sometimes, sometimes I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I cope and I'm like, nah, I'm pretty good at that. Sometimes I'm like, what can I do to fix it? No, not that much. But in the end, I always know that there's something there to do to fix it. It always comes back to bite me. Like, if I don't do something well, if I just like slack off on something, it'll come back to bite me. Like, there's absolutely no doubt about it. And there's the same for you, bro. If you don't do something and you don't do it, like, if you do something and you don't do it properly, and you know you should do it properly, it's gonna come back to fucking bite you. And it's gonna be annoying as hell, even bad. It's gonna be genuinely fucking harmful, bro. So that's why you need to listen to that inner critique of yourself. To some extent, right? Don't take all the shit that it says for granted, because sometimes it's literally just bullshit. Sometimes, like, there's times where it's just you being a dumbass to yourself. It's just you being like, oh my god, this person is just so much better than me in this one thing that I'm not. So my life is over. But you don't really tend to think about the things that you're better at and this person that you're like idolizing is not good at, right? Okay, this actor that has like all this fame and he's like this famous guy, right? Well, yeah, he has fame, but he probably has like, chances are he has like a shit relationship with his family, and chances are he had to sacrifice a lot of things that you really care about, and he just sacrificed them like that, and he didn't really give a fuck about it, and now he's living like this fake life, like a feel good fucking Hollywood guy. Yeah, okay, but you still have your fucking family. He doesn't. The motherfucker doesn't, but you still have your family. That guy might have some fame, cool, but you can build up fame. Like, you don't have to build the same fame as him, and you don't have to get in the same way as he did, sacrificing his entire fucking family just so he can get like a bit of fame and a bit of bullshit, right? Like, this is not like targeted towards somebody in general, but this is just an example, right, bro? There's always gonna be people that are better at something than you are. Like, just know it. Like, this might be a bit of a hit to your pride, to your ego, but like, there's always gonna be somebody just a bit better, if not much better, at something than you will ever be. But that's the beauty in it. I mean, that's the fucking beauty in it. Like, you won't ever just be. Sometimes maybe like in a sport, for example, right? You'll be like world champion once, twice, like God knows how many times, but then like there will be circumstances which you'll fall down and there'll be someone better than you. Like, it's just the way it is, man. Right? And the sooner you accept it and the sooner you realize that, okay, maybe I shouldn't really compare myself to like all these people who maybe they've gone like through, they're like 50 years old and you're like, I'm 16 right now, I'm looking up to this 50-year-old, I'm like, oh, he has all these things that I don't have, but he's like older than me by God knows how long, right? It doesn't make sense to just act like, oh, like, be this dumb about it. Bro, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to who you were in the past. That's why I like always comparing myself, and I always like telling the story about who I was a year ago, who I was 6 months ago, who I was yesterday. Because things change so much even from a day-to-day basis. For some people, in some circumstances, bro, things can change a lot. So compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to somebody else in the present. Hope this video helped you out, man. And yeah, I'll see you next time, bro. Good luck.